Game 2 versus the Denver Nuggets and the Los Angeles Clippers was nothing short of fireworks. I'm telling you, I tried to tell y'all in Game 1 that this was going to be the best series of the first round, and it's living up to the hype. First game in this series went into overtime. The second game we went down to the wire. Now, before we get any further, make sure you hit that like button, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure y'all hit that comment section below too. Y'all let me know y'all thoughts and how y'all think, this series gonna shape out for the rest of the rest of this game and how far y'all think this series gonna go. But hey, nonetheless, the Clippers won this game today on the strength of Kawhi Leonard. Kawhi Leonard, he came to play today. I'm talking about 39 points, hitting big shot after big shot, showing you why he's one of the best playoff performers in the modern day NBA history. Showing you why he one of the best NBA playoff performers in NBA history, just period. That man was out there with like a man on a mission. And I'm talking about he was hitting, it didn't matter. He didn't miss his first shot till like 9 minutes in the fourth quarter. He was really getting busy, really getting to it, really getting active tonight. And that's what you like to see from Kawhi Leonard. After all the injuries and all the things like that, we haven't seen Kawhi healthy in a long time in the playoffs. Last time we seen Kawhi healthy in the playoffs was 2019, and we know what he did, what type of run he went on. Now we finally getting that Kawhi Leonard again, and boy, it's something special to see. Now this game, like I said, was nothing short of fireworks. A good back and forth competitive game, high level shot making, high level playmaking. Both teams making plays, both teams making shots when they needed to make plays down the stretch, needed to make shots down the stretch. This is what this playoff basketball what it's all about. And I like to watch high level basketball. And this series right here is the epitome of this. If you are growing up, or you're a head coach and you wanna teach your little kids and get them to understand of what high level basketball looks like, make sure they watch this series. Because after watching these Clippers and Denver Nuggets series, they're gonna get a good understanding of what it takes to play at the highest level, what it takes to play at the highest level, what it takes and what it looks like to play at the highest level. You feel me? Like, you have to be able to defend, you have to be able to rebound, you have to be able to knock down timely shots, you have to be able to do the little things, you have to be able to take care of the ball, because basically, with the Clippers and the Denver Nuggets, they pretty much on even playing field. Both teams, are fairly, both teams are fairly close when it comes to, talent level, skill level. I do get a slight edge to the Los Angeles Clippers because I do got them winning this series in 7 games. But it's going to be a long 7 game, a hard-fought long 7 games, because Game 1, they let Game 1 slip away. But Game 2, they came in with it on their mind. Kawhi Leonard came in with it on his mind. And, that's how they end up prevailing themselves in this victory. But I want to give a shout-out again to Russell Westbrook. I can't rave about Russell Westbrook enough. What was kind of shaky to me that I didn't like about the Denver Nuggets coach today, the moves and the adjustment that he made going down the stretch of the fourth quarter, was playing Christian Braun and not playing Russell Westbrook. I didn't understand that. Christian Braun, I understand he's a defensive player and things like that. You want defense out there on the court, but he wasn't the game changer. He wasn't out. He was just out there. To be honest, if we be just being honest, if you watch the game, coming down the last 4 minutes of the fourth quarter, Christian Braun, he was just out there literally getting good cardio in. One making a good impact on the defensive side of the ball, because Norman Powell was getting downhill time after time and time after time. Kawhi Leonard was getting whatever he want. Everybody was barbecue chicken, whoever was in front of Kawhi Leonard. James Harden was getting whatever he want. So I didn't understand what was the reason of playing Christian Braun over Westbrook, because going down the stretch, once again, like he was in Game 1, whenever the Nuggets needed a big play or a play needed to be made for the Nuggets, man, Russell Westbrook, he made it. I'm talking about to defensive rebounds, to he knocked down 2 back-to-back threes. He got a tipped out for offensive rebound to end up leading into a 3-point shot for the Denver Nuggets. Those things like that, it's like you can't account for that. You can't just shove that under the rug. What type of impact that Russell Westbrook having on his game. But with all that being said, with Kawhi Leonard having 39 points, James Harden he chipped in with 18. Zubac had 16 and 12. Norman Powell had 13. But why I feel like the Denver Nuggets lost this game tonight was turnovers and free throws. Cause you look at it, the Denver Nuggets, they missed 8 free throws tonight. The Clippers missed 2 free throws. That was the ball game. And if y'all go back and watch my previous videos, when I said when 2 teams are on even playing field, there's 3 things what's going to determine the game. I think that we're doing March Madness. When 2 teams is on an even playing field, 3 things going to determine the game: offensive rebounds, turnovers, and free throws. Now, the Clippers, they won 2 of the 3 battles. They made more free throws than them. And they only missed 2 free throws. And when it comes to the turnovers, Clippers had 11 turnovers. Denver Nuggets had 20 turnovers. That's the story of the ball game right there. Even though Nikola Jokic had a triple-double, he did not have a good game, per se. 7 turnovers. 7 of the 20 turnovers came from Nikola Jokic. You get 4 turnovers from Jamal Murray. Your 2 best players on your team, you get 11 turnovers. 11 of the 20 turnovers coming from your 2 best players. When you're playing against a team that's on the same playing field, just as good as you are, you can't be making those type of mental mistakes. Especially at the time. It's not more so you getting these turnovers. It's the timely mistakes that you make in these turnovers. Jokic, it just seemed like he was out of it. He was just all out of sorts. It was one time Jokic, he got an offensive rebound and just threw it right back up at the rim, and he would look at his teammates like, what's going on, when he had like 10 seconds, 11 seconds left on the shot clock. Man, that just goes to show you, like, his mind just went in it. Now, but I don't want to take nothing away from the Clippers because they did win this game, which they should have won the first game. But like I said, Russell Westbrook, he came in, he made big plays. Denver stayed with it, and they end up prevailing and end up winning the game. Game 2 was a little different story. The Clippers, they didn't let this one slip away. They didn't let a golden opportunity to be able to, still win on the Denver Nuggets home court, to end up going back, feeling good about themselves. Now that the series is heading back to the crypto arena, hey. But like I said, bro, this series right here is just cinema. Like, I don't know if I'm saying it right. Cinemax. Y'all know what I'm trying to say. It's been a movie. Fireworks. It's been a hell of a series, and we only 2 games in. I don't know how this series is gonna shape out. Even though I said I got the Clippers in 7, you just never know. Cause this game, Jokic can come out and just dominate, have 30, 20, and 10. And I said Westbrook has probably been the most consistent player for the Denver Nuggets in both games, in terms of what he giving you on both sides of the ball, production wise. You know what you get from Russell Westbrook. You're going to get good hustle. You're going to get effort. You're going to get timely plays. You're going to get timely buckets, timely defensive stops, timely rebounds. His fingerprints going to be all over the game. It's basically what I'm saying. But today was just all about Kawhi Leonard. The Nuggets had no answer for Kawhi Leonard. They were trying to send double teams. It wasn't working. They tried to throw out Aaron Gordon. Barbecue chicken, licking his chops. Y'all know that meme with Shannon Sharp when he talking about yams, collard greens, cornbread. That's how Kawhi Leonard was looking at the Denver Nuggets defenders today. Whoever y'all threw at the Kawhi Leonard, bruh, I'm telling you, that man, hey, shout out to Kawhi, boy. I ain't lying, boy. You nice, you cold, like you. As my boy, Trill, if you watching this, as my boy Trill Daddy used to say, you sweet. Like, that boy nice, I ain't lying. But, hell of a game 2 series. Denver Nuggets, you got to be able to take care of the ball. You got to be able to, on your home court, you got to be able to take care of the ball. You got to be able to make free throws. And what's another thing why I say Jokic won his head what couldn't been in the game. He had the 7 turnovers. He had the offensive rebound where he just shot it up with like 10 seconds, 11 seconds left to go on the shot clock. He just went brain dead right there. And another thing, he was 4 from 8. Excuse me. He was 6 of 10 from the free throw line. He missed 4 free throws. 4 free throws. And when you look at it, Jokic missed 4 free throws. Michael Porter Jr. missed 1. Christian Brown missed 1. Westbrook missed 1. Peyton Watson missed 1. So your best player had the most turnovers on the team. He missed the most free throws. And y'all end up losing this game by a total of 3 points. Now, if you rebound, if you take away half of those rebounds, you take away half those assists, and you make half of y'all miss 8 free throws. If you make half of those, y'all win the game. And sometimes that's what just the game come down to. Offensive rebounds, well, just rebounding, period. Rebounding, free throws, and turnovers. Now, let me look at the how many rebounds. Nuggets had 50 rebounds. And see, they dominated on the glass, but when you give them so many more opportunities, when you turn the ball over 20 times, you miss 8 free throws. You allow a team to be able to get a rhythm. You allow a team to get out in fast in transition. You don't allow your defense to set up. And I think that was the main reason why the Denver Nuggets lost this game and why the Clippers ultimately won. Because yes, Kawhi Leonard, he did his thing, but outside of Kawhi Leonard, I mean, you got contributions from James Harden, you got contributions from Zubac, you got contributions from Norman Powell, but outside of Kawhi Leonard, you really had nobody that was really a real standout for the Los Angeles Clippers that made you feel like, man, the Clippers, they just, they did. Don't get me wrong, the Clippers did enough to win this game, but they just didn't have, outside of Kawhi Leonard, nobody really was like, man, the Denver Nuggets, they can't hang, they didn't do nothing, The Clippers were just too much for them tonight. Nah, I just think it was just Denver was just doing. Hey boy, I know on that they had stupid things, self-inflicted wounds. And if y'all don't agree with me, man, go watch the tape again. The stats. A lot. Me, I don't really like to bring up stats a lot because your eyes would if you watch the game, it's no need for you to bring up stats because your eyes gonna show you what you can read. If you feel what I'm trying to say, like I understand stats is an indicator of how the game went, but if you watch the game, sometimes stats don't tell the whole story. Because like somebody can be 8 of 20, but those 8 shots that you made can be meaningful shots. Like sometimes it go hand in hand, but at the same time it don't. But that's just how I feel about that. Kawhi Leonard, he did his thing. Nikola Jokic didn't, he didn't play his best, even though his numbers look good. He didn't play his best game. And one thing I want to say, Jamal Murray had 23 points. Michael Porter had 15 and 15. Aaron Gordon had 14. Westbrook had 14 and 4. Christian Brown had 5 and 6. And that's why I said that's where they lost the game at. Their last 4 minutes of the game, down the stretch, the coach made a questionable call where he made a good call in game 1 to benching Michael Porter Jr. and putting Westbrook in the closing lineup. And you combat that in game 2 with a questionable decision right there. As we know, the playoffs is all about adjustments. I don't think that was a good adjustment right there. Leaving Christian Brown in the game. We only got 5 points. He's not much of an offensive threat. He really wasn't showing you too much defensively. Man, roll Westbrook. He giving you everything that you was looking for from Christian Brown, and he giving you that times 5. So I think that's where they lost the game. Poor decision making, lack of being focused, lack of not rebounding. I mean, not rebounding because obviously they dominated them on the glass. And just lack of turnovers, lack of not being focused, and just lack of just overall from top to bottom. From the coaching staff decision making to the player decision making to them not making free throws and them turning the ball over. The reason why this series is now 1-1 headed back into the crypto arena. Now y'all let me know who y'all got winning game 3. Game 3 is gonna be nothing short of fireworks once again. And I expect nothing less of it. And y'all let me know who y'all got in this series, and I'll see y'all next time.